And if you can make this door open up, these are the type of things that show us that we're communicating with you. Now I'm going to turn my meters off, and anybody else that has a meter, just until I finish the stories, and then we're going to turn our meters back on, because we're going to do a little bit of experimenting with the meters. Now I'm going to stand here very sweetly, plead with the spirits, and just see if they will in fact turn the light off. Sweet spirits, can you work with me tonight to show people that we communicate with you, that you indeed can turn the light out? Okay. So let me just briefly tell you some very quick stories. Jesse James, this is one of his favorite rooms. He has scared so many people in this room. We were rehearsing one night for a mystery dinner, and he literally walked out of the wall there, because on the other side of that wall is where he used to stay. And there was a banker that was playing a part in the play that tried to get up out of his chair so fast, the chair flipped backwards, and he fell over trying to get away. This is also one of the managers that used to work here before I started to work here. Watched Jesse James walk through this door. Now at the time she did not know it was Jesse James. She thought there was an intruder. He walked in this door and he walked out that door. So a lot of times when we're talking about Jesse James, sometimes this door will just open. Now sometimes when we're talking about the little girl, this chandelier will swing. This doesn't happen every time, but it happens enough. And then sometimes when we're talking about the little girl, the light will go out. When I worked here, a lot of the experiences I had were firsthand. Just to give you an example, I was called down to the dining room downstairs in the pub area, and by the way, this activity is going on today. The waitresses come up to me almost every week, and tell me about a glass that flew across the room, or something that was literally moved from one place to another, and it happens a lot down in the little pub room. Now, someone came and got me, and they said, Patty, there's somebody concerned about a meal or something. You need to go and talk with them. I went down, and I met with the man. I said, yes, sir, can I help you with something? And he had just finished eating a bowl of coleslaw, and his fork was resting on the rim of his bowl. And I didn't notice, but it was rocking. I didn't notice. And he says to me, make my fork stop moving. So I looked down, and sure enough, his fork was kind of rocking. But to me, it looked like he just balanced his fork on the edge of his, on the rim of his bowl. So I just took the fork, pushed it in, and it went down into the bowl. And I said, okay. And he goes, no, okay, stand here and watch this. And I said, all right. So I stood and watched, and lo and behold, right in front of my eyes, the fork went up, came back to the rim of the bowl, and started to rock. Well, of course, I was excited, because that's what I live for. And I was like, oh my gosh, it must be the ghost. And he looked at me and went, ghost! And that was not funny. So he got his family, and he left. He was very upset with that explanation. Not too long after that, one of my servers came and got me, and that there was someone concerned about their room. So I go upstairs, and I meet with this man out in the hall, and he's got his arms crossed, and I'm looking at his body language. I'm thinking, this ain't going to be good. So I go up to him, and I said, yes, sir, is there something I can help you with? And he goes, I want to know one thing. Is this place haunted? And so I looked at him, and I said, it's all right. I looked at him, and I said, why do you ask? Because I'm not going to tell him it's haunted. I'd already gotten a really severe reaction with that before. So he said, in his room, in this back room, and there's a lot of stuff that gets captured in this back hallway. He said he woke up, and there were these big balls of light, and they were just swishing around the room like this, and they would come down, and he would dodge them like this when they would come down. They were just all over his room. He said, I was amazed sitting there watching it. And he had left his window open about this far. And he said, all of a sudden, they just started going out the window, one by one, and then the window slammed down. He said, I got up out of bed. I looked around the room. There was nothing in the room that could cause a reflection. He went over to the window, opened up his curtains. There was nobody outside with a flashlight trying to, flashing up into his room. He could not figure out where those came from. I said, well, sir, just to be real honest with you, yes, that room has had that kind of activity reported a lot. The TV comes on and off, the lights come on and off, and the furnace will come on and off, the thermostat. And so at that point, I figured he was going to ask me for his money back, but instead he said, "Great, I'm going to stay another night." And he did. So that was one case where I came out ahead of the game instead of having to refund. Now, as far as I'm concerned, very personal experiences, again, seeing shadows. I never saw the full form of Jesse James like some people did. I did see shadows with a hat on, very much like if you thought of it being a cowboy hat because of the brim. I've taken pictures where I've gotten a shadow and there's a cowboy hat. As a matter of fact, when the Food Network came here and we did the haunted restaurant and we had that show, the newspaper reporter came with us and took a picture. And even in the newspaper, you can see an outline in the corner where nobody saw it until later, probably about a month or so after the article came out. And it was a total outline of a cowboy hat and almost a bust figure over in the corner.
Was it in the window?
No, it was actually it was down in the basement.
We've got one on our website that we said last year when we were up here,
Uh-huh.
outside looking up into the window, and we've got that.
Well, we do have another picture of Jesse James looking out the Shapi's house window. And it's pretty awesome. If you go to, how many people here have MySpace? If you go to myspace.com/GhostTrek, spelled GHOSTTREK, I have a picture out, where it says pictures. Go look at all the pics because a lot of people have got some great pictures. And I also have a little slide movie thing going on to let you see what we've got. One night, it was really busy, and I had this whole big ring of keys, heavy keys, and I always had to have them around my arm or hooked onto my belt. I could never go without those keys. Now, I had to come upstairs, and my office was, you go down this hall here, and you go down a little bit on this hall, and my office was down at the end of the corner here. Well, and in the office, we had the safe, we had gift certificates, we had purses, we had all kinds of valuables. So we had 2 deadbolt locks on that door, so while we were downstairs, nobody could break into that room. And I came up and I had to get some menus out of my office. So I unlocked both the deadbolt locks. I get inside, and of course I locked the door behind me because the owners would always say, "Patty, don't you ever go upstairs and go in that room and leave it unlocked behind you. Somebody could be waiting in the hall, to rob you or something." So I'd always lock the door behind me, and I laid my keys down. And I went and did whatever it was I had to do, and I turned around to leave the room, and my keys are gone. Huge, big ring of keys, about 60 keys on it. Huge ring. And I can't find those keys anywhere. I'm looking high and low, and I'm getting pretty upset about it. But I've got to go back downstairs, which we're just so busy. I'm short a cook, I'm short servers, everything. So I opened the door thinking that I'd step out and yell down this hallway here and maybe scream loud enough. You see how loud it is down there. The music's playing, people are down there, whether or not they would hear me or not. See if I could get somebody to come up and relieve me so I can go down and do what I have to do. But I can't leave that room unlocked, and I can't leave it unmanned. So I open up the door and I go to yell, and I look all the way down at the end of the hallway are my keys in the floor. I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute. Now, if I'd have dropped my keys and then continued to walk to my door, I wouldn't have been able to unlock the door because my keys would have been down at the end of the hallway. And I grant you guys, when I opened that door, I did not turn and go like that and throw my keys down at the end of the hallway. That was the most amazing thing for me that night because that's what we call an A-port. It's when an item, a full, solid item, will literally disappear and then reappear someplace else, literally having to go through walls to get there. There'd been no other way for it to appear where it did appear. So that was pretty good. Now, some of the other things that happened while I worked here, it was really funny. And there was a couple that woke up one night, and they woke up at the same time. That's what was so weird. They woke up at the same time. They're on their backs. They're looking straight up. And they notice that there's this lady in white floating over them, just floating like this, straight out, floating. And they look up at her, and then they look back at each other, and then they look up at her, and she's kind of going, looking at him and looking at her. And then they said she just looked over to the side and saw a window. And then she just went like this and went right out the window. Well, they jumped up, grabbed their stuff, threw it in their suitcases, didn't even bother to get dressed. They had pajamas on, so they just ran down the stairs and left. It was in the winter, and they were the only people here. We came in to fix their breakfast, and when the server went upstairs to knock on the door, she went to knock on the door, and the door just opened. And she looked inside, and they were gone, but everything was all disheveled, and we were like, what? They must have left in the middle of the night. Well, about 2 days later, they called, and they told us exactly why they left, and exactly why they'd never be back. So, and that was a pretty impressive story that we heard, that someone experienced here. Another one is after I left here and I had my website up, a lady emailed me and she said, Patty, we're going to go to the Tavern. We're going to stay a whole weekend. So can you please tell us which room? We really want to stay in a room where there's a lot of activity. So will you tell us, which room we should choose? I said, pick one, because they all have phenomenal.
Oh.
Thank you. Did y'all not see the light go out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Now what we'll do is we'll wait and see if they'll turn it back on, which it's only happened about twice. I don't know if they'll turn it back on or not. Has anybody been here where the light got turned back on? Anybody? Okay. Well, we'll just wait and see if it'll get turned back on. But anyway, okay, let me see. What was I talking about? Help me, guys. What was I talking about?
Which room they want to stay in?
Yeah, thank you. And so I told her to pick one. So she picked the Lincoln room here. It's a nice big suite. She said that when she got here, she got her phone and she went and called her son to let her know they had arrived on time. And they were pretty happy about that. So she said she had her phone and she's talking to him, telling him how great everything is. And there's a little pause in between the conversation. And just when there's a pause, she heard this voice come through her phone, and the voice said, "Turn it off!" It was very adamant, very strong, And her son said, "Oh my God, Mom, did you hear that?" She said, "I sure did, son. Bye." So she hung up the phone, they unpacked, and started their investigation, and it turned out to be a really wild weekend. We've also, I had some students that came to me, this is before they got certified, and they said, "Patty, can you get us into the tavern? We want to spend the night there." So I called, at the time, Clyde was the manager. We called him, and so they set their camera up in this long hallway here, and they went downstairs. While they are downstairs, in their camera, in their camcorder, they literally caught this thing crawling down the hallway. It is the most awesome thing I think you'll ever see as far as ghost hunting. Anybody here seen that yet? Anyone? Yes? Who is that? Jeff? It's pretty awesome. And you might think, well, how can I see it? Well, if you sign up for our Ghost Getaway weekend that we're going to have in November right here, we have rented out all of the Jailers Inn and the Talbot Tavern. So for the whole night, it'll be nothing but ghost hunters. So we'll have the run of the place, we'll run amok, and we'll be looking for the spirits. So maybe we'll get lucky enough to capture whatever this creepy creature thing is down the hallway. Okay, that's my story. So let's go ahead and see what we can find. I think I am going to go ahead and turn that light back on so that we can, let me just turn this back on so that we can, I don't want to turn on too loud. Oh, excuse me. Now, so what we'll do is we'll turn our meters on. Where's my vest, hon? Chuck? My vest, where is it? Chuck?
He's got it up here.
9:40.
No, honey, I said I want my vest. I want my vest.
Oh, gosh.
What is that?
Bedtime.
Is that what he said?
Oh, okay. All right, anybody got their meters? Let's put our meters on. Let's see what we get. Don't know what we'll get. Might walk around. Who's got meters? I hear them. You too? Okay, come stand up here by me. Let's see what we can get going over here. I'll turn mine on. Okay.
That's nickel.
There you are. Now mine's going off because I'm messing with the probe. Okay. All right, now, got yours on? All right, I'm gonna have you walk over there in the very back. You see where, I don't know who that is back there. Walk back there. Okay, and I'll have you, let's see, walk in the middle between these two tables there. I'll stand about here. Yeah, you should. Yeah. All right. Now, what we're gonna do? Okay. First of all, I'm gonna speak with the spirits. Sweet, sweet spirits, we're here tonight. And I hope you can come through. Thank you for turning out the light. We still got the door if you can open the door, but most of all, I'm just gonna stand here. And if you can find me, will you come and just make my meter go off? If you can find me, just make my meter go off, because I'd like to ask some questions. Now, once my meter goes off, I'm going to ask a few questions, and then I'm going to ask you two to come up, and I want you to circle me, and let's just see if we can get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the spirit to go from my meter to your meter. Now okay, here we go. Thank you, sweet spirit. Now you see it's kind of sporadic, and it feels pretty strong right here. It's really strong, really strong. We usually don't get this much. All right, hold on just a second. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, all right, I'm gonna ask it to stop. Can you just stop? Thank you. So what I'm gonna ask is, are there more than one spirit here tonight? If there's more than one spirit here tonight, can you beep? Is there more than one spirit? Yes, okay. If can you beep out how many spirits are here tonight? And I will tell you, I usually get 9. So hold on. Can you beep out how many spirits are here tonight? Can you let us know how many spirits are here tonight? A little bit more than 9 this time. Okay. I don't know how many, but I know there's more than 9. Who counted? Anybody? 12. Okay, so we have a few more. Of all the spirits that are here tonight, are any of them the little girl? Okay. Is the spirit that turned out the light, are you here in the room with us now? The one that turned out the light? Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, we probably have a mixture of spirits here tonight. And I always ask this, but it doesn't always come true. So, I'm just going to give it a shot. Any of the spirits here tonight, are you Jesse James? Is Jesse James here with us tonight? Can you be yes or no? Oh, well, yes. I must say at least they're honest. Okay, now, let me see. All right, I'm going to ask it to come through again, and I'm going to ask it to stay close to me and to keep going. So can you come close to me again? Okay, just keep it going. Thank you. Now, Jennifer, you come up to me. Now, I want you to circle me, Jennifer. Okay, now walk back to yours. Okay, now you come up, sweetheart. Jennifer, I want you to go and stand where he was. I want you to walk around me. All right, and then you go stand where your mom was standing. Jennifer, I want you to come over this way. About right there. Just hold your meter. And I want you to take your probe and just gently move it. All right, hold on just a second. Sweet Spirit, can you stop? Thank you. Can you find Jennifer? Can you go to Jennifer's meter? This may or may not work, guys. I know that it's worked before, but it may or may not work tonight. Sweet Spirit, can you go? Jennifer, do you have it on the right?
Yes.
Tap your, okay, have it, tap your, okay. Now what did you just do, tap it? Okay. All right, just kind of wave it a little bit. Just come in front of you too, maybe in front of you. Go behind you, a little bit behind you. Okay. Let's come back to me now. She's come back to me. Let's come back to me. Sweet Spirit, I appreciate you being here so close to me. I know you're used to me. Okay. I think it's going to come to you, Jennifer. That's just the way I feel. Will you come now and stand on the other side of your son with your probe? Sweet, sweet Spirit, can you please go? Whoa. Wow. I don't understand that. Okay. All right. Maybe it doesn't want me to. Maybe it feels like this is like a circus or something. So I apologize if I'm making you upset. I'm sorry. Can you stop? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's strong because I've just never had. All right, I'll tell you what you do. I'm going to move over there. All right, now I'm going to explain something. Wow, I've never had it to stay with me that long. All right, now I'm going to explain something. Turn this off. What I'm going to do to explain to you, when she walked over with her probe and walked all around me, if it had been electrical, her probe would have gone, her meter would have gone off, his meter would have gone off. Now I'll prove that. I'm going to turn mine back on, but I'm going to walk over to where I know there's an electrical source, and our meters are going to go off because of that. Okay, so walk over here with me. Over here, there is electrical source. I think it's in the wall or something. All right, now see? Do you see how all our meters are going off at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be going on. All right, yeah, there you go. All right, now what that proves is if it had been electrical when it was going off, I'm gonna turn them off now. If it had been electrical, then all of our meters would have been going off. That's why I feel like what we were picking up was spirit energy. All right, let's try some things with our cameras. Who would like to volunteer to stand under this light? That's cool. Let me see. Let Mom walk around you. Walk around him. You're going off. Wow, look how you're going off over on him. Wow,
It's been really cold over here.
that's awesome. Go over to her.
It's been really cold over here.
Wow, that's good. Okay, who wants to, let's try some photos, because what I'd like to do is I will ask the spirits to actually come to your hand. So who would like to try first? You want to go? You want to go stand over there underneath the light, and I'll ask it to come to you. Just hold your hand up in the air like this. Now anybody with cameras, come stand behind me. We'll all take pictures, because this is so cool how we'll get things in the picture. So come stand behind me. And then we're going to do an EVP session, okay? Where we'll have our recorder, because I know if we're getting this kind of response, we'll get something. Maybe we'll go ahead and turn your meters off while we do this. Okay, ready? All right, hold your hand up, sweetheart, and we'll ask the spirits to go right to your hand. Let's start taking pictures, guys. Let me know if anybody gets anything over his hand, because that's what we want. Not over his head or to the side, but really we want to see if we can get him to come right to his hand.
What's his name?
Dylan.
Dylan. This is Dylan. I tell you what, Dylan, bring that hand down and then put it out to the side like this.
Now your meter.
There you go. Now turn your hand up. Turn your hand up like this, and I'm going to ask it to come sit in the palm of your hand. There you go. Just sit. Raise it up just a little bit higher. There you go. And sit right in the palm of Dylan's hand. Look how sweet he is. He wants you to come and just put your energy right into his hand. If anybody gets anything, let me know. I haven't gotten anything yet. My camera will snap.
Mine
Look at that.
hasn't snapping either.
Huh. Okay, let's keep trying. These are always some pretty good experiments to do. Mine's not snapping. Look at that. Oh, there it went finally. That was weird. Mine flashed just as somebody else's flashed, so I got like a double vision of it. I know why that was because somebody else's flashed. Okay, here we go. Okay, I haven't gotten anything. Anybody gotten anything? All right, we need one more participant. Who wants to go up and join Dylan? You want to go up and join Dylan? Okay, you stand up there beside him.
She's got a good one.
Okay, let me see. Did he go right up into Oh, that's the big blue one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's like a signature. We get the big blue one a lot. All right, guys, hold up all your hands. Oh my gosh, before they keep I said hold up all your hands, and I snapped the picture, and look what I got. It's like right there. If you'd had your hand up, it would have been right in your hand. Okay? That's an awesome picture I got. That's great. All right, they got their hands up in the air. We're going to take just a couple more pictures, and it looks like it's great. Okay. Wow, I don't know. I may have something. Nope, I didn't. I thought I got a vortex over that one, but it was just a shadow on the wall. Here we go, sweet spirits. Can you show yourself? Can you go to their hands? right to their hands. I didn't think I got something. Right there. What's your name? Not Dylan, but the other boy?
Alex.
Alex, I got one almost right on your hand. You want to see it? Came right to your hand. Look. Isn't that cool? Right, almost right in his hand. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what we like to look for. Okay? So let's try a couple of more, and then I'll ask for the blue one. The blue one would show himself. It's very rare to get the blue one, but every once in a while we get lucky enough, we get the nice big blue one. Big blue one.
It's really cold, right?
I know, that's what people tell me when they start coming around you, you will feel
It was really cold.
like cold, yeah. Really, really cold. Okay. Take a couple of more pictures and then that's it.
Right around my elbow.
Okay.
It's cold on my back.
It's really icy cold on my back.
It is?
Yeah.
Over where you are?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get anything over there. Oh my goodness gracious. It is so funny. You have to see this, sweetie. You said, oh, it's really cold. It's really cold behind me. Look what was behind you. You're gonna freak.
Oh, I don't work.
It's right behind her.
Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Right behind her. So that's pretty cool. Here she is, and it's right there.
What is it?
It's an orb right there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right behind her.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's why we always like for people to, tell us if they're feeling cold or if they're feeling somebody touching them. We'll take one more, and then we're going to do an EVP session. And hopefully with the EVP session, we'll have a little bit of luck. All right, you got your Oh, I'm always very curious about the spirits that do come visit us. Earlier I asked how many spirits were in the room, right? And it said 12. So, why don't I ask, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just ask a verbal question, how many spirits there are, and just see if we can get a response. We may get a number, we may get a name, but I'm just going to ask it, so if you'll play it. All right, how many spirits, excuse me, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, how many spirits are in this room? Can you give us a verbal answer? Okay, nothing? Nothing? Can you slow it down? Did it say 6? Did y'all hear that? It answered. Okay, can you play that again? Okay, now we asked how many spirits in this room. It said 6. So half of them have gone. Sounded like 6 to me. Okay, very good. Now let's ask for a name. Okay, go ahead. Thank you so much, Sweet Spirit, for answering us tonight. Can you give us your name? Please tell us your name. I think we got one, don't you? It's a pretty big pause. Okay, here we go. I think it said something, but I'm not
It did.
sure.
It said something.
Well, here, of course, I wanted to say Jesse, but I thought it was 2 syllables. It went, and something. So let's just see if it did say Jesse. Of course, I asked if Jesse was here, and I didn't get anything on my meter. Okay. Here, I got a light. Yeah. Hold on, guys. This is exciting.
joining us tonight. Can you give us your name? Please tell us your name.
I swear it sounds like it says Jesse.
It's too.
Did y'all hear, it's probably me wanting to be Jesse so bad, but I swear
It
it's
says
like
something we can't
Jesse.
I'm freezing over here.
I think, and she says that she thought he said, my name is Jesse. So hold on.
I'm freezing.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm freezing.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sweet Spirit, for joining us tonight. Can you give us your name? Please tell us your name.
I swear it says Jesse. I swear it says Jesse. Okay. You have a question? Yes, go ahead.
Sweet Spirits, do you have a message for us? Is there anything you would like to say to us?
You got something, I
Somebody
think.
else has a message.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet Spirit, do you have a message for us? Is there anything you would like to say to us?
Whoa, we turned it off just as it was going to say something. But right at the very beginning when she says, do you have, play it again, do you have a message for us? It does say something. I just can't make out what it's saying. Hold on.
Sweet Spirit, do you have a message for us? Is there anything you would like to say to us?
What? Son? It said dun, 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 dun.
It's a music trial.
Music loud. Turn it off.
But it said dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Okay, well, that's just to give you guys an idea. Of course, when we're on an investigation, we will do about 20 or 30 of these a lot of times before we even get anything. So, and this, I hope, was a lot of fun for you guys. I hope you did learn something new. I hope you can see where we're very serious about this, and that as long as you do a prayer of protection and you treat your spirits with a lot of respect, I don't think there's an awful lot to fear. If any of you are really ever interested in taking my course in Lexington, you can contact me via my website, www.ghosthunter.com. And I hope to see all of you in September 12th through the 14th at the Scare Fest. It's going to be one of the biggest major events in horror and paranormal that's ever hit the Southeast. And it's going to be right here in little old Kentucky. So I hope to see you there. If you want to check out that website, it's The Scare Fest. Be sure to put the in front of Scare Fest, and you can check to see who all our celebrities are and our stars are. And it's going to be updated pretty soon because we got a few more. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to email me, and please, if you get home and you guys found something in your photos or your videos or anything like that, if you recorded voices, please share them with me, and I'll, with your permission, I will feature them in maybe in my next book or maybe another show or a seminar or something like that, and you will definitely be given credit for that. So thank you everyone for coming. I sure do appreciate it. Oh, thank y'all. Well, thank you so much. Thank y'all. And I hope y'all had a really good time. Thank y'all.